Okay, yeah. Alright, still doing this drawing, getting back into the swing of things. Got previous commissions to kind of start finishing up and get the backlog. But I need to get this drawing done to set my. Because I'll tell you what my plan is now. Because one now that I've coloured, it's not finished by any means. Here needs to be sorted out and stuff like that. But I can already tell that still don't understand how that little guy turned out. I can see that this is how the color pencils work best with animals, and it's something that I didn't really think would be the case. I think skin texture and stuff. Actually, the skin texture and stuff, I'll have to kind of practice the technique. But with this, I straight away it's the exact same technique that I use for drawing with pencil. I'm using on this, and this is something that I was hoping, but I wasn't sure. Like with the skin textures and stuff like that for humans, it's a different technique when I'm using the pencil. So I'm still not 100% confident. Obviously, I had a 4-week issue with coronavirus and stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be setting up a totally separate business to kind of differentiate between the two. And the other business is going to be just purely color pencil drawings of pets. And I'm going to separate that from my other kind of artwork. It's going to be a totally separate thing. Yeah, because I think I can make a good long-term business out of this. And I'll tell you honestly, it's quite nice drawing pets. Let me explain why. Because I know you're not going to say, "Oh, Raj, you're boasting. You're saying it's easy." I'm not saying it's easy. The difference is, yeah, okay, when you see me drawing people, I have to really concentrate on the features, making sure it looks like them. With dogs and pets here, it's just very repetitive, and in a way, it's quite relaxing. There's just lots of lines here when it comes to these bits here. Obviously, the backgrounds are different, so for me, this is like a nice little thing to do when it comes to things, and I'm good at it. I know this is my niche now. I've got to get a few more pictures done of pets to build up the portfolio. But I think what I'll do is, because one of my biggest problems for the last couple of years has been finding a niche that other people don't really do, and then kind of having that as my regular income. Because being an artist is the kind of commissions is very irregular. Sometimes you get nothing, and then all of a sudden, load come up at once. And obviously, because of coronavirus, I had to kind of like think twice about what I'm going to do when I come out of coronavirus. And I'm glad I chose color pencils. They're perfect for pets. Black and white is not good for pets. And so what I'll do is this will be like my steady income. So when things are bad, I still think I'll get business for this. And, for me, everyone that's seen these drawings, it's been positive, like real positive. Even my, family members go, "Wow, it looks amazing," and stuff like in real life. It actually looks better in real life. So yeah, anyone wants to have their pet drawn, like I said, I don't want the dirty, skanking look or a little rat-looking thing. Yeah, I don't mind, but at this precise moment, I want to build my portfolio, and obviously, I want the pets at the moment to look quite cute. So if you've got a cute pet, I'll give you a discount depending on how cute it is, and as long as I can use it on my website and stuff. Obviously, you might think your pet looks cute, but it looks like a gremlin. Obviously, I won't tell you that, but I'll just say, "Oh, thank you for the email. I will keep you in mind. Thank you very much. Contact me later." So yeah, I'm quite relieved. Yeah, it is looking good. I think one good thing about color pencils is greenery. Yeah, the kind of greenery, and I think this is going to be a good contrast between the greens and the thingies. I'll probably start doing. Actually, I might have to spend like a couple of months just exclusively in the next couple of weeks doing pet portraits and prioritizing pet portraits. Once I get some of the backlogs, because I've got a couple of commissions I need to do for clients that got in contact with me before I got coronavirus. And yes, coronavirus is real. Yeah, whether you want to call it super flu, you want to call it bloody the corona fake, whatever, man. It's not like the flu. I'm telling you straight now. It's like an enhanced flu 2.0 on steroids. Yeah. Okay. So the other thing is, one of the things is that I have to use this particular pen. So the ones I've used, obviously you lot don't care, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Any artist that watching this. So the ones I buy are these, the Quran de Arch Swiss. Now they are £4.80 per pencil. Yeah, and trust me, they're worth it. Like, you know, you can just look at the vibrancy, the color and stuff like that. But what I need to also use, what I've realized over the thing, is to use these kind of water color pencils. They're a bit cheaper, around £2.50. What I realized, yeah, it doesn't really, it's not really good with the blacks, deep blacks. So I have to kind of use that and mix it up. It's something that, you know, I learned the hard way over a very period of time. So when I want to get a deep black like this, it's better to use watercolor pencils rather than the thingy. Now, you know, when it comes to this situation with me in the boxing match, a lot of people think I'm joking. I'm not. I'm deadly serious. I don't know what it is about the COVID. It's made me very kind of annoyed. I feel like pummeling someone's face in a legal way. Maybe that will go away after a bit. I don't know what it is. Maybe because I don't know what it is, man. It's weird, this COVID. Like, I don't know if it's to do with the COVID or because I've been stuck indoors. But I was also quite aggressive during the time when I had COVID. I was shouting more, very agitated because I was annoyed and stuff. But, you know, the problem was I had a lot of muscle pain. So if anyone's experienced muscle pain around the whole body, like, you know, your legs, your back, and then you got a fever and stuff and a cough, yeah, it's very annoying. You know, unfortunately my opponents have gone AWOL. You know, one of my opponents, Ghost Pudida Corner, has gone AWOL. He's actually gone ghost, so his name is very fitting. I've not heard from him. I'll be honest with you, know, he's my, I've chosen you, Ghost. You need to feel privileged. You're a bit like, you know, you've won the lottery. Yeah, that's how you should see it. But like I said, yeah, you're one of those people that have threatened me. So I don't want to just choose someone that hasn't actually physically threatened me, because then it looks like I'm kind of like a violent person. But this guy's been threatening to knock me out and beat me up and everything for the last, you know, couple of years. And he's done stuff that, you know, will motivate me to want to really train and really do his best. The best in me is embarrassing the man. And I need that in order to get training now. Trilla Singh, big up to Trilla Singh from Southall, so they will train me up. I had a conversation with somebody else, don't want to say their name. They said they'll also get me professional training if it comes about. So if we can get this ball rolling, and you know, I'll do it, man. Make some good money for like charity and stuff like that. The problem is that this little gimp, yeah, I call him a gimp, wants to wear a mask in a boxing match, yeah. In a boxing match. Yeah. I mean, it's insane. I even tried to Google and tried to check on YouTube. I cannot find a single boxing match, a serious boxing match, where one of the opponents had his face covered whilst fighting. Now, they can come in the ring with your face uncovered, but not as they're fighting, yeah. And so this is unprecedented. It shows you how much of a pussy old Ghost is, yeah. This 5'9" wannabe jat. Tu jat hai nahi Pudida, yeah. Tu kusra haiga. Tanu pata tu kusra haiga. Yeah, Knder. Yeah, you're not a jat. Main jat haiga. I'm not even a jat. A jat just means farmer. It's a clan, yeah. So yeah, this guy, man, he's a joke. He's a joke, man. He's a joke. If he doesn't do it, then I'm not gonna lie, man. Although Faz doesn't physically threaten me, he has done stuff to put my family in danger. So yeah, I'll take Faz on. Faz will never turn out because he's coked at his head like 99% of the time. The other person would be Esau, actually, because that's somebody else I would definitely get myself motivated for, because he's done the most vile stuff. I'd freaking like, you know, I need motivation. Yeah, I need to be run on an opponent that I hate. Yeah, because I'm not a violent person, so I need to have that hate for that person, that motivation that yeah, I want to do X, Y, Z because they've tried to violate me and my family, and I need that. I know people say, oh, well, that's not a good way to train. Trust me, that's the way I'll get motivated, man. I can do a lot of things when it comes to people trying to violate my family. I'm willing to push myself to the next level if I have to, even get my head busted open if I have to. The other person would be Esau the lesbian. Like I said, he's another one that's really tried to violate me. That guy, I'd have to know his height. If he's too big, yeah, because he could be a lanky lesbian, like, you know, 7 foot, yeah, then it'd be very difficult. If he's between, if he's no bigger than 6 foot, yeah, I would consider him, yeah. The other one is because I want to make it diverse, the group, because I don't want it to look like, oh, I'm just calling out Pakistani. So obviously Ghost is a Kashmiri Pakistani. To Punjabi hai nahi, maine pata hona. To Punjabi hai nahi. You're a freaking Kashmiri who traveled. His family well, actually moved over to the Punjab like maybe 200 or 300 years ago. That's why you hate Sikhs, because they used to rule Kashmir. The other person, yeah, and the thing is, I want it to be diverse. So first of all, Ghost, he's Pakistani, obviously. Faz, Bengali. Esau, lesbian, atheist. Obviously, people can say you can't fight a woman in the thingy. I'll make an exception for that lesbian. I'll tell you that straight now. Yeah, I'll make an exception. And the other one is a so-called Sikh. Yeah. So people can't say I'm just attacking Pakistanis or Muslims. The other one's a so-called Sikh called Real One. Obviously, he's not real because he's a cartoon avatar. But the guy is threatening death upon my mother 3 or 4 times. He said he's going to meet me up and he's going to take my turban off, my bug, and then he's going to cut my hair off in front of everyone. And I'm telling you, I've never heard any Sikh say that. So I would love to do a boxing match, and I swear to God, Real One, I'll freaking, just for that one thing, yeah, where you said about you're gonna cut my head off, I cut my hair off, yeah, I'll make sure that you will always remember me when you look in the mirror and you look at your hair, yeah, because don't you ever think you can tell a Sikh, yeah, saying you're gonna cut that man's hair off in public and take his bug off, and that man's gonna do nothing, yeah. So yeah, be a banda banja, yeah, you know. I agree. So obviously Ghost has gone Ghost at the moment. And what can I say? Ghost has gone Ghost. Now the thing is, for me it's a win-win if I do it, because I'll get in shape. That's one thing I need to do to get into shape. Secondly, I'm learning something new. Thirdly, I'll be able to kind of defend myself a bit better. Thirdly, you know, I'm pushing myself and doing something in 2021 that, you know, I didn't really think I could do. And just fourthly, obviously, if I win, yeah, which I will win. No, not if I win. When I win, yeah, it's gonna be a freaking one of the biggest kind of underdog, you know, David and Goliath things, because I'm going to be going from somebody that can barely do. I think I tried today to do press-ups again, just to see. I can barely do 20 at the minute, and yeah, I am doing them properly. The reason I know I'm doing them properly, my nephew, he used to watch over me in the beginning to check that my back was straight, that I'm going all the way down in the right way. I'm not doing one of those weird ones where your middle of your back is up in the air and you're not touching the ground and stuff. But the most I can do right now, when I tried again today, was 20. Yeah. Now I know from my past, but then again, that's when I was younger. I can easily push that to 60, 70. Yeah. Because when I was, but then again, that's such a long time ago. When I was training and stuff, I could do 70, 60, 70 in one go. Relatively okay without too much stress. So I should be able to get up to that point if I was thinking. Obviously, Triller Singh's going to try and big up to Triller. Going to try and thingy. I'll go down Southall and train a bit. I would like a bit more time. Probably, I think May would have been best, just so I can really condition myself, because it's the conditioning is going to be the problem. Because yeah, it's going to be a problem because I'm going to get tired very quick in this particular condition. And the longer I've got to condition myself, the more chance I got to, you know, knock that pudida to the floor. Yeah. Obviously, you know, it's something that, you know, people might be thinking, oh, Raj, you're freaking mad. Raj, you're mad. You're never gonna do it, Raj. You would never do it. You would never do it. Yeah, I would. I'm crazy. I'm as crazy as that. I would walk in that ring and I'll do it. Yeah, I would do it. You may not think that you could ever do it. I would do it. Yeah, especially when it's the honor of my kind of like people that try to violate me and threaten me for 3 years and stuff. You think, you know, I'm going to let the opportunity go? No. I'm going to allow myself to rearrange the furniture. You know what I mean by furniture, you know, put that, you know, the middle nose over there, put the eye over there, put the mouth over there, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Looking good though, man. I'm not gonna lie. I do like this drawing. And it's not even. It wasn't even that hard to do. What it is, thinking now. What I do though is that once I've started drawing in a bit of the hair, what you do is in order to blend it, what you do is you get a white, yeah, and you just kind of like, as you can see, and that like kind of blends it in, yeah, blends it in, as you can see. Yeah? Now, I have done it here, but I've got to go over that. It's very messy, as you can see. So one of the ways I'll do is I'll just have to keep on going back in and really kind of like just working the paper, working the hair, and just adding bits and pieces, and it will look much better, because at the moment it's a bit rough. Okay. So yeah, I've just done a bit more. It's a couple of, like, just an hour later from before. So obviously I've added more detail in. It's still rough. So what it is here is that the way I do the fur, and I still have to work it, is I actually use a scalpel. So if you look before, it was quite dark. So I'll actually do it here as well. Pull some whites out with a scalpel in some areas. Yeah, you can use scalpel. It's got to be careful. Obviously, I'm a master scalper now. So I can do it. But you can rip the paper. Bloody hell, what's going on here, look? Finger's falling down. Alright. So I've got to work it still. It's still quite flat and everything, but you can kind of see what's going on. Now, one of the things is that I had a phone call from a mum. Yeah, I have got a mate. Just unrelated to speaker school, and you freaking hate speaker school now. He thinks I'm mad for going there. He's actually the guy, you know, when I went to USA and I said nudge, and I was throwing money at him. Yeah, I was throwing money at him. I was telling him to nudge. Yeah, nudge means dance. And so obviously, yeah, he called me today. Obviously, he knows not to phone me, but whenever the thing is that when he calls, yeah, I know it's an emergency. I know it's something important. You won't call me for no goddamn reason, and so I'll pick it up, yeah, because it's like once every couple of months. And something important, can't really say too much. But he did say that I should really do a drawing on the farmer situation in the Punjab, and yeah, I should, but I wouldn't do it in black and white, because if it's farming, it needs to be got a lot of green. I'm trying to think whether I can do something with colour pencils, because obviously I know the greens and stuff look amazing. Like a farm, and you know, an old farmer or something. I got it. Probably is I just don't want to do something simple. I like to do something from my imagination, which has a point, kind of gives a message about what the situation is, not just a farmer on a bloody thingy protesting. So unless I've got to get some good ideas into my head, put them on pencil, and then yeah, and I just have no idea how complicated it's going to be to do a big. Actually, I do actually, because even these little drawings I'm doing are quite complicated to do. So yeah, I'll have to do that. And the Kitten, oh freaking it, the Kitten, but basically which means farmers and all that kind of stuff. I'll have to try and do it. I will hopefully go to next month's march in London, and I will be protesting Modi Kutta, Modi Kutta, Podida, Modi Podida at the embassy. Obviously, when I go Punjab, I'll be arrested and my legs will be broken probably. Or beat me to death. And it's one of those things, man. You know, the problem with me, I do want to go India badly. I want to go Punjab, but I'd have to go with someone like with a bit of power, and I do know someone with some power. And if you took me, I think I'd be pretty safe. But I think if I went by myself, if people saw any of my YouTube videos, and I bet some of these puddidas have actually reported me to Modi. You know, like these freaking surf ads. He's probably phoned Modi. I'm a Gujarati pura. This is Islamophobe. We will join forces. He's a Khalistani. He believes in Khalistan. Obviously, I'm not a Khalistani. I'm a Punjab separatist, which is different. But for arguments, or just for simplicity, I sometimes just say I'm a Khalistani because I can't be bothered to explain and go in depth what the difference between me as a Punjab separatist and a Khalistani is. Obviously. Yeah, so what I'm doing right now, alright, so go back to the art. When you're doing this, one thing I've realised, put the blacks in first, yeah. Colour in, draw the blacks out, because you can't actually put black on top. Yeah, it's impossible, that I've realised. It's a complete headache. In fact, you can't do it. Once you've coloured underneath, the black cannot go on top. So it's got to go in a particular order. Now, oh, the other thing is, obviously, we can't do a freaking, can't do this without talking about Dogra! Dogra! A bloody dogger. Don't know where he's popped that from. Now for my last video when I was doing this, I was saying I don't understand why people get so annoyed with him. I don't understand why Muslims are so annoyed with him. Yeah, I just don't get it. Until yesterday, like then I was like, okay, this explains why he's getting people's backs up, yeah, and annoying people. And I'm gonna say something, Dogra. Your annoying ability is worse than mine. I thought I was bad. Yours is like a freaking superpower. You know, like you could probably torture people with your annoyingness. And yes, I am putting red into the rock. You don't just do one colour, you mix everything and then you can blend it together. So yeah, so I've figured it out now because I was trying to think, well, what has he said? Because he hasn't really said anything that bad that I've heard about Muslims or anything. In fact, he hasn't really said anything. He's just trying to give his point of view. But Dogra, you need to bring the proof because you've made this claim that the Gurus had slaves, and I know 110% they didn't. Any proof you do bring, it better be verified. And the other thing is that I know 100% they didn't, but you said that, yeah, but that's not the point here. The point is this here, when he's having like he was talking to me about Sikhism, and the problem with you now, I didn't really understand why Muslims here were getting annoyed with him, especially kind of people that got a bit of knowledge and stuff. It's because Dogra, yeah, when you start the conversation, yeah, and you say to somebody, I'm gonna teach you, yeah, your own religion, yeah. So I can imagine you probably said to Muslim, I'm gonna teach you about Islam, yeah, straight away you're going to get a man's back up, yeah. Straight away you're going to get the man's back up because you're kind of being like condescending and patronizing. You're saying that, you know, I'm teaching you, and no one likes, yeah, another man to be telling them that, yeah, we're teaching you and all that kind of shit, unless they truly are a teacher, yeah. And that's one thing I realized that you've done to me the other day, and I had to experience it myself in order to understand why others, if you've said that to Muslims about, I'm going to teach you about this, so I'm going to teach you about Prophet Muhammad, I'm going to teach you about this, you're going to piss people off, man. You're going to piss people off. Now, the other thing you say, which is very annoying, yeah, I realized when I was talking to you, because you're talking about Sikhism, is you say, I've studied this, yeah, like you've gone to university or something. Oh, Putida, yeah, Putida. You haven't gone to university. You've read some Google bits, maybe a couple of words here and there. You have not studied it. You know, when you say you study something, yeah, it means you go somewhere and you actually kind of spend years and years going through it. Reading, yeah, a bit of Google about something and maybe reading a little bit of a paragraph in a book is not studying, yeah. Yeah. So this is the thing that I've realized that really got my goat up. I was like, all right, make your claims here. Okay, I can debunk them, yeah. But when you say stuff like that, straight away you got my back up. I was getting angry with him. I was like, what are you talking about? You're going to teach me about my own religion. And you're wrong. The worst thing is, yeah, you're actually wrong. So the problem with me, yeah, I didn't know, because obviously I'm not Muslim, so I don't know really if what Doggett is saying is correct or not, yeah. Now, obviously, what I'm doing now is the white to blend it. I don't know if Doggett, yeah, is right or not. All I know is people get annoyed when he says stuff, yeah. And so, for me, now I've experienced it myself, and he's talking about Sikhism, and I know what a lot of stuff. He said, there's no heaven in Sikhism. There's no heaven, like he 100%. He said, I know it. And we have heaven. It's just not your type of heaven. It's not what you think heaven to be. You're 100% wrong about that. And so, yeah, it's Doggett. You just gotta stop those little traits about telling someone as soon as you speak to them, I'm gonna teach your religion. Straight away, you're gonna piss a man off, yeah. Yeah, especially if they're from your own religion, because they're gonna be like, okay, what are you trying to say? I don't know nothing about my own religion. Oh, I'm talking about other people's religions. But when you're talking about your own one, I can imagine that would piss people off as well. No wonder a lot of people kind of get pissed off with you. Yeah, Doggett always has to have a little segment on it. The Doggett files, I'll call them. Doggett files. Oh, Doggett! Can't say it loud because it's freaking night time. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I've pretty much done this. I'm gonna neaten this up. I went over it a little bit, gotta go over it more, and neaten and neaten and neaten. So it has all those, doesn't have those bad edges and stuff. Yeah, I think it's looking good. I'm gonna, like, you know, basically do pet portraits. I think I think that'll be a nice little kind of like earner, and something that I'll enjoy, seeing cute little dogs, as long as they don't look like gremlins and stuff like that. I think it'd be cool. Like I said, still serious about the boxing. Anyone thinks I'm not, you're a pussy. Obviously the Bolt is the ghost. He's shook, he's run. He's like totally shat himself. Yeah, I could imagine you right now, Ghost. You're dirty all over the floor. Yeah, he's probably in a safe space in the cupboard. Think, oh, don't let. Oh yeah. Oh, there is one other thing I want to quickly say. Let me say something here. I have this rule about not going for people's families, and I've stuck to it very rigidly. Up to a point, yeah, I am. I think I'm pretty proud of myself. Now, I'm still not going to go for people's mothers and sisters and people, you know, biological family. But you know, wives, I think if you keep on cussing my disabled sister, yeah, my sister is ill, then your wife's fair game. So, Ghost, your wife's a hoe. A kutti, a hoe, her pudda stinks like Afghan. She probably had a freaking Imran Khan in that pudda. probably put his head right at that pudda, and he's probably still in there, freaking well, has got his head stuck with a cricket bat in there and a ball and Pakistani cricket time in your wife's pudda. It stinks. There, let's box, pussy. Anyway, guys, see you later.